everybody, Brandon Hayes here with today's edition of Diamond Cuts, a quick free tip for the network marketing community. And I wanted to come to you really quickly with a tip about inviting to events. You see, events are crucial. That's what we do. We get people in front of the info. We get meat in the seats. This is show business. We get people to the show and we help them decide whether or not they want to do business, right? That's what we do. And so if you're like me and just about everybody else inside of network marketing, if you've been in for any length of time whatsoever, you've probably had this happen to you. You probably invited someone to an event, they said they would show up, and then for whatever reason, they didn't show up. Now, here's why that happened. Because they've got a million other things happening in their life. This is not a priority for them. They've got the honey-do list. They've got the project at work that's due. They got the kids and the t-ball game. They got all this stuff that's way more important in their mind. It's higher on their to-do list. It's a higher priority for them on their schedule. So when they say, yeah, they kind of say it in passing, yeah, I'll be at that event. Here's what they really mean. They mean maybe I'll be at that event if something more important doesn't come up, okay? So you got to understand that about people. So how do we move it up on their priority list? How do we increase the odds of people doing what they say they're going to do and showing up to the event? How do we place more urgency on it or more importance on it for them to show up to the event? Well, I do it through an event confirmation call. Now, let me tell you, I don't invite someone to an event unless I'm fully prepared and willing to put them on a quick 30-second event confirmation call. Why? Because I know it's a waste of my time. I know that they're going to say they're going to show up, and then they're not going to show up, right? I've had it happen to me 100 times. And so we have to begin to say, how do I improve the odds? How do I increase the likelihood that someone's going to show up to the event like they said they were? So if you do an event confirmation call, it's going to take a 50% maybe I'll be there to a 90% yes, I will be there. Now, there are still legitimate excuses as to why someone won't show up. They might, their car might break down, or a funeral pops up, or something crazy. Something can happen that's a legitimate reason why they won't show up. But it's going to remove all the silliness. They're not going to say, "Oh, I forgot the football game was on." They're going to end up showing up. There's an increased likelihood that they're actually going to show up like they said they would. And it's simple. It's a quick 30-second call. You pull on your sponsor or someone that's going to be at the event, maybe even the speaker, and you introduce them to your prospect and let your prospect know that they're going to be at the event, and you're doing them a favor. You're saying, look, I want you to meet someone else so that you know more than one person just besides me that's going to be there. They're looking forward to seeing you. They're looking forward to shaking your hand and seeing you and getting a chance to meet you in person. And here's what it does. It places more importance in their mind. It moves it up on the priority scale for them, because a complete stranger, somebody they don't know, is expecting them to be there. You see, when it's just you're their friend. They know that you love them. They're thinking, oh, Brandon invited me to that event, but if I don't show up, he'll still love me. We'll still be friends. But when it's a complete stranger, they're much more likely to show up because they don't want to let that person down, because they don't know them. And there's a lot of psychology behind that. But just understand, I don't invite anybody to an event unless I'm prepared to do a 30-second quick confirmation call. I hope that tip finds you well today. I'll see you next time.